Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm the big dog in the room, and this is Big Dog Still Gaming. Today I want to talk about the upcoming game Gotham Knights, whose release date is right around the corner. First, it's important to note, the story is not connected in any way to any of the other Batman related games or movies. The story picks up after Batman's death. That's right, Batman is dead. He leaves behind a message for his 4 proteges. Dick Grayson, known as Nightwing, Batman's first protege. Barbara Gordon, also known as Batgirl, and daughter of the now late police commissioner of Gotham City, Jim Gordon. Jason Todd, known as Red Hood, who died and was brought back to life by one of Batman's enemies as the story goes. Then there's the youngest of the group, Tim Drake, whom everyone knows as Robin. In his message, Batman basically says that he's gone, that the cave and everything in it has been destroyed. He tells him that Commissioner Jim Gordon has also been killed. He informs him that they can't trust the police and leaves them with the location of a place they can use as their base of operations. A little later in the story, the butler Alfred enters the scene. He takes on a supporting role for the team, just as he did with the late Bruce Wayne. As you might expect, the criminal underworld is already aware of Batman's demise, so a sharp uptick in criminal activity is on the horizon. This sets the stage for a number of side missions in which you will stop various crimes of all kinds as you go about solving the mystery of what happened to Bruce. The team, or what is being dubbed the Batman family, will have to learn to work with each other along the way. In this game, you'll be able to choose whether you want to play solo or with a friend in co-op mode. You will encounter a host of villains along the way, some you likely know already. Most notably, Mr. Freeze, Clayface, and Harley Quinn. You will encounter these villains at different stages of the game, and from what I can tell, they will function like level bosses, with higher levels of difficulty than your typical opponents. The most formidable villain in this game, however, will be the mysterious Court of Owls. The Court of Owls is a secret criminal society that seems to have existed since the birth of Gotham City. It is comprised of the wealthiest families from that time, and they secretly control everything. Fans of the comics may recognize the name from Batman Volume 1, The Court of Owls, written by Scott Snyder during his run as author back in 2013. The Court of Owls are perhaps Batman's most insidious foe to date. It seems fitting, especially given that owls are a natural predator of bats. If you're interested in knowing more about them, there will be a link to the comics, which are on sale right now, in the description. Or you could just check out the video GameSpot did on the topic. Its link would be in the description as well. So now let's talk about gameplay. You will have an opportunity to play as all 4 characters as you progress through the story. Each character will have their own skill set and abilities, and their own skill trees, which you will level up as you play and complete missions. Nightwing is the natural leader. His fighting style is very acrobatic, and he uses 2 Eskrima sticks. Eskrima is a martial art found in the Philippines. He uses the glider and flying trapeze to get around. It has to be unlocked before you can use it. Batgirl is supposed to be the most resilient of the group. According to lore, she once nursed herself back to health from paralysis. She is trained in a variety of fighting styles, such as kickboxing, capoeira, and jiu-jitsu. Her weapon of choice is the tonfa, which kind of looks like a police baton. She is also good at computer hacking and coding. She uses a grappling hook similar to the one Batman uses. Robin is supposedly the smartest of the bunch. He's an expert fighter and uses a collapsible quarterstaff to fight. He can also teleport, a skill you will probably have to unlock. He's probably the best character for stealth missions. Red Hood is perhaps the most physically strong of the bunch. He's a big guy and uses 2 pistols that fire non-lethal rounds. Reminds me of the gun cutter from the movie Equilibrium. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. He springboards across the sky using the mystical leap ability, which you will have to unlock. You can also access some additional special moves that you and your partner can use to take down opponents together in co-op mode. As far as the missions are concerned, the game looks promising. The main missions look like they will live up to expectations. You can expect to run into some pretty epic boss matchups as you progress through a pretty interesting storyline. The side missions, which for the most part will center around some sort of crime, seem to be well thought out. According to the devs, they should play out like mini games with their own goals and objectives, should you choose to take them on. Characters will have access to some really cool investigation tools, like augmented reality vision, which allows them to see things the naked eye can't see. This animation looks pretty cool too. The cinematics look great. There are some great action sequences to look forward to. The interaction between the main characters and the villains seems interesting as well. When it comes to fighting, you can expect similarities with other Arkham games of the past. Each character has a wide variety of attacks and special moves that look great on screen, but it's hard to get a feel of how things actually play without getting my hands on the game first. Based solely on the gameplay that's been made available so far, there hasn't been a lot of it, I would have to describe the fighting in this game as somewhat of a cross between an RPG style battle like Final Fantasy and an open world action fighting game like Ghost of Tsushima. It kind of falls somewhere in between. The heroes have really cool, flashy moves and combos, but I guess I would just like to see something more fluid. During the fight sequences where there are multiple attackers, the enemies at times just stand there. And it's like they don't even see the character or even react to their presence until it's time to strike. It could be that the gameplay is on easy mode for demo purposes. To be fair, I watched some footage from one of the more popular gamers out there. A guy goes by the name Hollow. Shout out to him. It looked pretty decent. Overall, I think this will be a pretty good game. For me, the storyline and the graphics are the most compelling things about it. I also like the co-op options and the variety in the character skill sets. This will be another good one for the Gotham Knights out there. The game is scheduled to launch on October 21st this year. Pre-orders can get their hands on the 233 custom Bat Cycle skin, which looks pretty cool. Also, an additional game mode called Heroic Assault will be available for free on November 29th. This will be a 4-player co-op mode that will not be part of the main story campaign. So it looks like even more content is in the works. That's it for this one, guys. Hope you guys found this video useful. Hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, I am the big dog in the room, and this is Big Dog Still Gaming. See you guys on the next one.